The Mexican-American War by Shez, Joe, Zach, Holly, and Savannah. If I asked you about the Mexican-American War, could you tell me about it? Well, if you can't now, you will be after this video. It all started when Texas was annexed or brought into the United States in 1836. This happened after the Texas Revolution. This didn't go well with Mexico because Mexico still felt that Texas was theirs and tensions started to grow between them. Now, Texas had named the border the Rio Grande River, but Mexico thought the border should be the New Nueces River. These rivers were about 100 miles apart, so this was a major problem. The president sent diplomat John Slidell to negotiate with Mexico and pay them about $25 million for Texas, California, and New Mexico. Mexico refused to negotiate with us, mainly because they were still furious that we brought Texas into the United States. President James K. Polk then decided to send troops on the Rio Grande River in case of an attack from Mexico. Mexico saw this as an act of war of invading their land and dispatched a cavalry unit that ambushed the American patrol and killed 16 American soldiers. The United States totally over-exaggerated this attack by saying over-the-top comments like how they slaughtered us and how they spilled American blood all over our soil. Then 2 days after the attack, Congress declared war with Mexico.
Soon after war was declared with Mexico, Americans rebelled against Mexican rule in California. They were led by an explorer named John C. Fremont. The Americans arrested the Mexican commander of Northern California. They then raised a flag that showed a grizzly bear sketched in blackberry juice. The rebels declared California independent from Mexico and named it the Republic of California. In the fall, the U.S. troops arrived in California and joined forces with the rebels. Within a couple of weeks, the Americans controlled all of California.
Fighting the Mexican army would be harder because they had a larger army than the Americans. Americans entered Mexico from two directions, the south and the north. General Taylor led the battle in the south from Texas going to northern Mexico. On February 22nd, 1847, his 4,800 troops met with Santa Anna's 15,000 Mexican soldiers near a ranch called Buena Vista. After the first day of fighting, Santa Anna sent a Taylor note offering him a chance to surrender. No way would Taylor surrender. After the second day of fighting, Santa Anna retreated. The Battle of Buena Vista was over in northern Mexico. In southern Mexico, Winfield Scott landed on the Gulf of Mexico and battled inland toward Mexico City. Outside the capital, Scott met with 1,000 soldiers and 100 military cadets. Mexico City was taken over in September 1847.
On February 2nd, 1848, the war was officially over with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. The treaty said that Texas was now part of the United States and the Rio Grande was the border between the two countries. Mexico also gave up the present-day states of California, Nevada, Utah, most of Arizona, and parts of New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. Since the United States got so much land from Mexico, they agreed to pay Mexico $15 million. Mexicans living in the United States saw this from a different view. Many Americans had to help new settlers develop land for farming, ranching, and mining. A bit of land was added to the United States, which was land across Arizona and New Mexico. In 1848, the United States now stretched from sea to shining sea. In 1853, Mexico sold the land called the Gadsden Purchase to the United States for $10 million.